Welcome to Out of Class Activity Constructor for Flipped Classroom. From Remote Center 1043, myself, Sarosh K. Dastu, will highlight operational amplifier characteristics and specifications. Subject is analog circuit design and the topic is transfer characteristics and specifications of an operational amplifier. The learning objectives include at the end of the video lecture, the student will be able to first understand the transfer characteristics of an op-amp, second describe electrical specifications and characteristics of an op-amp. The planning of the video lecture is first we'll introduce an operational amplifier, we'll see the transfer characteristics of an op-amp, we'll look upon the electrical specifications of an op-amp, and finally we'll summarize open loop characteristics of different op-amps. Let's introduce an operational amplifier, abbreviated as op-amp. It is a high gain amplifier, a versatile device that can be used to amplify DC as well as AC inputs. Figure 1 shows the integrated circuits op-amp, which is an 8-pin IC and its corresponding pinout. Figure shows the transfer characteristics of the op-amp. Transfer characteristics is basically the relation of output voltage V0 as a function of input voltage Vi. It shows that as the input voltage increases, output voltage also changes and reaches up to a certain extent, after which it maintains that constant value. That output voltage is called saturated output voltage. So is the case with positive as well as negative saturation. We call this as plus Vset and minus Vset output voltages respectively. The values are correspondingly plus 14 and minus 14 for a typical 741 integrated circuit. The linear region over here exhibits the slope. The slope gives us the value of our saturation voltage. Moving on next to the electrical specifications of op-amp. The first one, the most prominent one, is the slew rate. It defines as maximum possible rate of change of output of an operational amplifier. If we plot a sine wave as a function of time, and if we find out the slew rate of it, that is taking the output from pin number 6 of an op-amp, we find that as the input frequency increases, the output is not following the input. We find that the output has lost its sine wave format and maintains a triangular type nature. If we take the slope of it, then this dV by dt is given as the slew rate. So higher the frequency, we find higher will be the lagging of the output voltage with respect to input. Moving on to the second one, which is called the gain bandwidth product. As the name itself suggests, the product of AN, that is the noise gain, and the bandwidth of the op-amp is the gain bandwidth product. It is traded for bandwidth to use the op-amp at higher frequencies. Gain bandwidth product ideally should be infinite. Third one is the common mode rejection ratio, abbreviated as CMRR. The ability of an op-amp to reject the common mode input voltage is called CMRR. Here, common mode input voltage refers to noise which is nullified at the input. The typical value for an op-amp is 90 dB. CMRR is given as AD upon ACM, where AD is the differential gain and ACM is the common mode gain. We'll study this parameter in details in the corresponding sessions. The third important characteristic is power supply rejection ratio. It is abbreviated as PSRR. The slight change in the output voltage that occurs when the power supply of the op-amp changes during the operation is called PSRR. Its typical value is 150 microvolt per volt, and it is given as dVs by dVo. That is, dVs is the supply voltage change and dVo is the output voltage change. The fourth important characteristic is the offset voltage, which generally creates the hindrance in the typical output required from the op-amp. It is defined as the voltage obtained at the output terminal of op-amp without provision of any input. That is, whatever output we obtain without providing any input across the input terminals of op-amp, we call it as offset voltage. Fifth one is the input offset voltage. The voltage that must be applied between two input terminals of an op-amp to nullify the output. This is very important one. This nullification of the output will yield the offset voltage nullification. Typically, input offset voltage required to nullify the offset is 6 millivolt DC for a 741 operational amplifier. Sixth characteristic is the input bias current. The average of the currents that flow into the inverting and non-inverting terminals of an op-amp is the input bias current. The typical value of input bias current is 500 nanoamperes maximum for an operational amplifier. Finally, moving on to the characteristics of an ideal op-amp, it says that input resistance must be infinite. Differential voltage gain is infinite. Common mode rejection ratio should be infinite. Slew rate should be infinite. Bandwidth should be infinite. Output resistance is 0. Offset voltage and current is 0 for better performance. It implies that no difference voltage between the inverting and non-inverting terminals should be there, and no input currents. Finally, at this juncture, we move on to the open loop op-amp characteristics. The tabulation shows us the comparison of different operational amplifier IC packages with the corresponding parameters. Considering 741C using BJT technology, open loop gain is 200,000 or 2 into 10 to the power 5. Input resistance is typically 2 mega ohms. Output resistance is 50 ohms. Slew rate is 0.5 volts per microsecond, and common mode rejection ratio is 90 dB. Thank you all. We'll see the corresponding theory in the next session. Thank you.